Self-love is the new sexy, the podcast devoted to helping you overcome life's most painful and stubborn challenges so you can feel great, have more energy, and live stress-free every day. To reach your full potential, simply work with the powerful spiritual principles that are readily accessible to everyone. It's easier than you think, and on today's show, W. Mark Watts is going to show you how starting with self-love is the key to joyously and harmoniously making that happen.
Hey everybody, it's W. Mark Watts, and I want to say a big hello and welcome and thank you to everyone who's taking time out of your day to listen to this episode of Self-Love is the New Sexy. And you know how I like to do. I like to get right into it. Today is going to be kind of short because I just have a short message that I want to get in and out on today. And it is this: don't hold yourself back from loving yourself all out. I was working with a guy, coaching a guy, and he reminded me of myself some years back in that he wanted to achieve some great things. He had some dreams, he had some ideas, he had thoughts, but he was not willing to let himself go all out toward those dreams. He had numerous excuses. And at the end of the day, it boils down to fear. And I think if you get to the bottom of any challenge that you have in your life, the ultimate end where you're going to end up is you're going to arrive at a place where there is some fear within you with respect to not doing or doing a thing a particular way. And so our challenge is to allow ourselves to play full out, allow ourselves to not restrict ourselves. Don't reject yourself, because there's enough things in life that will challenge us and that can reject us. But the one thing that we cannot allow to happen is we cannot get comfortable rejecting ourselves. So you got to be really mindful of that. And I came across a quote by Marianne Williamson that I want to quote a few lines of that I think is just absolutely wonderful. I know the first time I read it, it really struck a chord with me. And I kind of keep this quotation handy anytime I just need a reminder. So the name of the quote is Our Greatest Fear. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read a few select lines that I think are pertinent to today's very quick episode and very quick message. And it goes like this: our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Your playing small does not serve the world. And it goes on to say, and I'll wrap up with these last lines. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And so that's that other huge fringe benefit. Because what we're here to do is we're here to enjoy this life first ourselves. We're here to take care of ourselves, keep ourselves in a very high vibrational state, in a happy place, in a blissful place first, so that we can contribute those same things to the world and to other people. So I want to repeat those last lines again. As we let our own light shine, as we love ourselves, now this is me talking, as we love ourselves, as we become happier, as we become blissful, as we come into alignment and stay in harmony with who we really are, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And so that's why I do what I do, and I coach, and I do everything that I can to share my life's journey. And I will continue to do that because it's so important for our own individual growth and process and, enrichment. But it's also there as examples so that it can automatically liberate others. And as what we do individually liberates others, they will in turn do the same. They will raise their vibration. They will become happy, or they have the opportunity to, because of who you are and what you're vibrating and attracting and your example. They have the opportunity. They're invited to do the same on just as high a level, if not higher. And then when they do that, it illuminates other people. And so that's how the system goes. And that's how we bring more enlightenment, more happiness, more bliss. For a long time, I didn't understand how the system works, but we all play a role in the overall success of the planet and the overall happiness and the overall vibration of this universe that we're a part of. And that's how we do it. You affect whom you have the ability to affect. The people you affect, in turn, affect the people that they have the ability to affect. And that chain reaction just starts to go and flow around the world. And we all can get to the places of paradise that we all dream about, and that this universe is capable of being, and that it's working toward. But it requires that we each individually do our own part, which starts with not allowing our fear to hold us back from loving ourselves in a tremendously unique and wonderful and beautiful way. So don't be afraid. Be willing to let yourself go. Be willing to step up for yourself. Don't reject yourself. You be your biggest advocate. You be your biggest fan. You be the biggest lover that you ever could think of. As a matter of fact, you be the love that you desire, that you think you want. You love yourself that way, and guess what? Everything else that you ever dreamed of has to come, because the law of attraction states like attracts like. So if you're loving yourself, all the other loving things that you want are on its way to you as we speak. So that's all I have today for a nice short message. If anything in here resonated with you, play around with it. If it feels good, then think about it, enact it, look up that quote and look at it, read it a few more times until it starts to stick in your brain. And you realize that, those things that we fear 9 times out of 10 never happen anyway. So why are we wasting our time being afraid? What are we afraid of? We have nothing to be afraid of. That's all I have today. Until the next episode, I want you all to continue to take the very best care of yourself. Stay tuned, and I look forward to speaking with you all again real soon. Take care now. Bye.
You've been listening to Self-Love is the New Sexy with W. Mark Watts. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure to tell a friend. Also, make sure you never miss an episode by subscribing to our show on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you listen to podcasts.